here's what the offending part looks like. Okay, it actually goes in like this if you can visualize it. There's a tank behind it. There's two hoses coming to either side, and there's an electrical plug in the top. First things first, take off the right front tire. Second thing second, you're going to see these guys. Those little screw-in washer slash anchor things that go in the plastic. They're bits to get off, so you're going to want to buy another set just to have them handy. So you're going to see three here, down there, and one up top here, inside the wheel well. And I'm betting yours is the same as mine. You're going to have two more right here. Here and here. Once you're under the mess and have access to it, this is what you're replacing. It's a little hard to tell, but it's this guy right here, and it's super easy. Basically, it's not attached to anything. You just squeeze it in, you push hard, and it pops into the reservoir. You're going to see two things. This guy here, which I believe is the sensor that tells you have low washer fluid, and then in the front is what you want to take off. So let's go ahead and take a stab at that now. I think you basically kind of twist and pull to get that thing out of there. Also, you're going to want to make sure you have something underneath to catch all whatever's in there. There's a few sets of wires up here. You want to just pull those off to the side. And once you take the thing out, it'll be easy to get the electrical harness off. There's a little bit of debris in there. I'm just going to chuck that stuff. Okay, it's drained. So one of the things you're going to want to look for is, see that hose on the left? Well, there's one on the right too. Make sure you don't cross those. Just remember, or tag them, or do whatever, however you want to memorize it. Just make sure you don't cross, because one of them's for your back window, one of them's for your front. So the kit's going to come with a little rubber grommet. The rubber grommet, of course, goes in the hole. And the hole is right inside of here. A little hard to see, but you can pull it out with your finger and get it to the top. Now, I've only pulled one of the hoses off, the right side hose. So I've got to unclip the harness at the top and then let the thing drop down a little bit so I can unclip the other hose and get the new one in. Probably the best thing you can do is when you have one off, put the new one on that, and then you won't screw up the way it feeds to your windows. And that tab, let me get some light on it, is how you want to disconnect this thing. Okay, here's today's pro tip. You're going to get the edge of that hose as soon as I can find it. All right, man. So this is a little tricky for me, but what we're going to do is go ahead and connect the new guy. Here's the new guy. So we'll go ahead and make sure we got the tabs in the right place. So if you remember, the tab was on the front. So take a look. It's three going into here. So now we got to kind of take a blind eye and see if we're going in the right direction. So I've got it back in. I've got the clip on. Hard to see on the top. It's a little bit of a bitch. He basically pushes in. That's it. There's no clamp or nothing that holds it in. So I put back, and you can't really see, but I put back the right rear. Now I'm going to reattach it. And that's it. Basically, the pump part is done. So at this point, we've got the pump back on, the hose is back in, the electrical plug in. So it is all reconnected. Now I'm going to pour a little more juice in here, now because it's empty, because we drained it, and see if this thing's going to pump for us. Here's another tip. While you're waiting for it to work its way through the lines in the pump, you got to do it for a few minutes, or a few seconds really. Lift your wiper blades off so you don't scratch your window. Same goes for the back. Okay, so we're basically done here. What we've done, took the tire off, took those panel clips off, took the two on the bottom off, peeled it back, unplugged the electrical on the pump itself, put a catch pan underneath, drained everything, replaced the pump, put the two hoses back, and tested the system. It appears to work. Don't fret. Some pumps, apparently, one goes to the left, one goes to the right. The others go, one goes to the right, one goes to the left. So If worst case scenario, you'll be pushing forward to get your front wipers and pushing back to get your rear. No biggie. Now we're going to put the tire on.